What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and we are back here on Pokemon Showdown today. We're going to be using this Choice Specs Chandelure team in the OU tier. Pretty standard coverage right here, dual stab of Fire Blast plus Shadow Ball. HBS guarantees the OHKO on Landorus T and Bulky Zygarde, and Trick can help us catch mons such as Chansey and Toxapex, both of which switch into this very well. Other than that, we have Specs Ash Greninja right here, really nice wall breaker. Our Voltron consists of Mega Manectric, outspeeds opposing Ash Gren after the Battle Bond, Scarf Landorus T, and AV Magearna just to help us out against opposing Ash Gren as well. And then finally, this moveset's really interesting, and we needed a Defogger and a Rocker, but I figured we could try to bluff like a bulky set with the utility, but then we also have Volt Switch on here, just to Volt Switch out on mons that want to take Ice Beam, such as Spidef Ferrothorn, Spidef Tran, stuff like that. So that's kind of the idea behind this. I'm really excited to see how it works out, but that is going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me, and I'll be right back with our first match. Alright, we got our first match right here, facing a nice Victini squad. It's probably a Z Celebrate, but I'm going to lead off with my Lando because I'm expecting Deontay. He actually leads off with the Greninja. Unless he gets a ton of hits with Shuriken, we should be able to U-turn out right here. And he might just risk with Scarf. He's actually Scarf himself, so that was actually kind of a risky play on my part in case he Ice Beamed, but I really thought he would be Battle Bond on this type of team, but let's see what he wants to switch in. Goes directly out into his Victini, which is perfectly fine. I can go Chandelure and try to click Shadow Ball, but the only problem with that play is he has switch-ins, and he might outspeed me and knock me out with like Banded Bolt Strike or something, so I think I'm actually going to make the Gren play right here. And just go ahead and click Hydro Pump. We'll scout the Magearna set. If it is Shift Gear, we should be able to 2-hit KO it. But if it's Assault Vest, which I'm assuming it is based on how he switched it in. No, actually that looks like Shift Gear. I'm going to go here into my own Magearna, but it's just because I think he Shift Gears right here. Is that actually Assault Vest? It could just be some offensive spread like Specs or something, but he's going to go out here into his Victini. I'm assuming this is Z Celebrate. It's actually banded, so I'm glad we figured that out. We're a lot weaker to his Greninja right here, but I'm just glad we get another Chandelure now and get to click Shadow Ball because we know his spread. So no matter what he switches in, I think he's going to appreciate this hit. He goes out into his Magearna, so he's pretty much giving me the Mon right here because that's definitely getting 2-hit KO'd. And we can just go ahead and click this again, unless he's Scarf, and that's why he had Volt Switch, but he's not. And we go ahead and knock that out. So now we can go out into Greninja, he can go out into Deontay, or offensive Lando, or Coco. Anything could have worked right there. He goes out into his Deontay. We're super weak to this now just because we don't have our AV Magearna alive, but we still have checks to it, which I think is the most important thing since I'm going for game with my Manectric in this match. So what I'm going to do here is just go for... I can also go for game with Lando, or even Gren. I think this is probably my least important Mon. And he tries to overpredict on me, so I'm glad I clicked Shadow Ball again. And that's going to do a ton of damage. And now I'm assuming he'll go for the Diamond Storm, yeah, but I was willing to risk that, and this is going to allow me to bring in my Greninja and just click a Water-type move again. We're going to click Hydro Pump right here. Honestly, Shuriken's probably my better play, isn't it? Just because if I miss this, it's going to set me back a lot. I'm going to Shuriken. Because it'll also allow me to outspeed anything after I get my Battle Bond in case we need to, such as like potential Scarf Landorus, but we already saw it with Scarf Gren, so he gives me the Deontay, which is great because I didn't risk the miss right there. So let's see what he wants to bring in next. Probably his own Gren to U-turn, yeah. I'm just gonna... I don't want to stand right here. I think I'm gonna go Mew. It's pretty expendable. He just U-turns out. I'm assuming he's gonna bring back in his Victini then. If I can win the speed tie against Victini and get up rocks, or maybe he's Adamant too, that would be really helpful. But at this point in the match, unless he's also Scarf Lando, my Manectric's looking super threatening to him. So out comes the Victini. I would love to outspeed right here and get up rocks, which we do manage to do, so that's great. And he's going to knock me out with Banded V-Create, but that's perfectly fine, because now I just bring in my... I can go Manectric or Greninja. I'm going to go Greninja right here. And we're going to go ahead and click the Specs Battle Bond Hydro Pump, knock that thing out, which is cool. And let's see what he wants to bring in next. I think he has to go back to Gren. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. I know we take a U-turn, so I'm going to go right here for the Hydro Pump. He tries to predict me and go for Ice Beam. As long as he doesn't freeze me, which he doesn't, we knock him out. So now it's going to come down to whether he's Scarf Coco or, well, I guess either of these could be Scarf. He goes out into this right here. I don't want to risk Manectric, so I'm just going to Hydro Pump. We unfortunately miss, so that could actually cost me the match because he goes for Dazzling Gleam. That's unfortunate. I'm going to go right here into my Manectric. And what I'm going to do is Mega Evolve and Flamethrower. It's a good mid-ground play because it'll still hit this thing, and we will outspeed him. So just goes for the Dazzling Gleam. It is Specs, but we do see that we outspeed. So based on that damage, Hidden Power should knock him out, but we're not going to risk it. We're going to go right here for the Flamethrower. And we still have Scarf HP Ice with Lando in the back, so I think we should be good to go, unless he has Scarf HP Ice himself. And I win some speed ties right here. But he is not, we bring him really low, and now what I'm going to do here is just go out into this and click HP Ice, and he's just going to go ahead and forfeit the match right there. So GG, that Hydro Pump miss made it a lot scarier than it needed to be, but thankfully we managed to win, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got a second match right here, facing an S Buzzwole squad. I'm assuming Gren is going to be his lead of choice, because it leads well against quite a lot. The only thing it doesn't lead well against are my Manectric and my Magearna. Magearna can Volt Switch out on most things, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. He actually leads off with Ferrothorn. I'm assuming this has HP Fire. Oh, I mean, sorry, I'm assuming it has Leech Seed, which means my HP Fire is not going to be doing as much as I want. So I'm going to go hard Chandelure right now. On rocks, I'm glad we got in Chandelure before the rocks went up, and I'll just go ahead and Shadow Ball on the Switch in, which I think he pretty much has to make. He goes for Protect. Kind of unfortunate because that's going to allow him to stay in right here. I'm going to go right here into my Mew now, just because if he wants to get up rocks, I do want to trade them with them. And he might switch out anyway, just fearing us to be locked in. He does. That's fine. I can get up rocks and then Volt Switch out right here. So I'll go for rocks first. That'll pressure Victini. It'll pressure Mawile and Gren most importantly, just because I do want Gren in range of some of my other attacks. Namely, my Scarf Landorus is a U-turn. So what I'm going to do now is just Volt Switch. And that did absolutely nothing. So he's really bulky. So I can go Gren right here. I'm assuming he might have double Toxic, to be honest. How healthy do I need my Magearna? I do need it around for the Greninja. So I'm actually going to make the Lando play right here. As important as Lando is, I think we can risk it. And there's a Magma Storm. That does a lot, but as long as he doesn't have Protect and he gets a double Protect right here, we will be able to Earthquake something. And that one's going to be Buzzwole. This will take a decent amount from this. Not actually, because he's super bulky. And I'm assuming he's going to substitute. If we had Infiltrator on our Chandelure, that would be super nice, but unfortunately we do not. So I'm going to actually make the... We're going to go Chandelure anyway. On the lunge, that's going to lower my defense or attack. I thought it was defense, but this does allow me to click the Spec Shadow Ball again. And this Heatran should take a good amount despite the fact that we saw it with Super Spadef. We actually 2-hit KO it. Assuming we get a nice roll right here. I think I have to stand just because Chandelure does... It's not going to be very healthy after it switches into hazards, and it pretty much dies to Sucker Punch, and it's just Gren sack fodder, which we don't want him to get his Battle Bond off of this, so I'm going to go ahead and click Shadow Ball again. He might switch out into like Ferrothorn if he wants to take the hits with that, but unfortunately we did not get the roll, and he's going to go for Magma Storm though. What? Thanks for the Flash Fire boost, man. He really predicted me right there. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball again. And we knock him out. Sweet. So now I'm assuming he's going to go a Mawile, or probably Gren actually. Yeah, there's the Gren, and I'm just going to switch out here into my AV Magearna, which we did keep healthy for this Mon right here, so we can bring this in right now. Let's see what he clicked. Got up a T-Spike, actually. I could have stayed in and just knocked you out, but that's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and probably HP Fire. Yeah. What did he click? Tectonic Rage. Does that knock me out? So it's physical. What ground type move does it get? Does it get Drill Run or something? Greninja? Ground. Gets Dig. He's Z-Dig. Okay. That's a set. I'm going to go here into my own Gren now, just because we saw a spread, and we can just go ahead and click. Nice. I'm just going to start hazard stacking him, to be honest. There's the Gunk Shot. We should take that, yeah. Not after Poison, though, which is unfortunate, but we got the Spike up, and I think that's more important right now. And I think my Scarf Lando can come in here and just finish the job with an Earthquake. That'll do a bit. Unfortunately, we won't actually be able to... He's going to go Buzzwole, right? I'm going to Earthquake anyway. He actually gave me the Mon, wow. Very surprised. You could have kept that healthy and kept it around, but now my new win condition is my Ferrothorn. No, sorry, my Manectric. Keep on looking at his team, but Mawile is kind of a problem. That thing can definitely sweep me if it wants to. I think Earthquake's fine right here. He might try to substitute on me, which would definitely be unfortunate. We're Scarf, though, so we no matter what will outspeed him. We get a bit of damage off. Hopefully it just knocks me out. Yeah, he goes for Ice Punch. That's what I wanted. And get a defense boost. My Chandelure will outspeed this. And if he is Scarf and locked into Ice Punch, I know we can take the hit from this percentage. So I'll just go right here for the Fire Blast at this point. Goes out into Ferrothorn. Hopefully we connect this and knock him out so we don't have to take multiple turns of poison. And pretty much I have to prevent Mawile from setting up. So he's probably just going to Sucker Punch, if I had to guess. And I can just go ahead and Fire Blast this. Hopefully he tries to Swords Dance and a miss. Goes right for Sucker Punch, which is perfectly fine. Now my play here is into my Manectric, just because we'll get the Intimidate off, and I can just go ahead and Mega Evolve and Flamethrower. Thunderbolt's probably... No, I'm just going to Flamethrower, just in case he wants to stay in. I want to predict Victini, but he actually goes Buzzball just to sack it off, which is perfectly fine. And we'll go ahead and Flamethrower this thing. Unfortunately, I think we're going to lose to Mawile. So let's see what he wants to do right here. Goes out into his Victini. That's perfectly fine with me. I'll just go ahead and... I don't know, this is tricky. Do I think my Mew can beat Mawile? Probably not. I think I have to switch out. We're going to switch out here into our Mew. This goes for a V-Create, so we're facing another Banded Victini. Wow. And unfortunately, I think we're going to take a loss right here just because we won't be able to take the Sucker Punch. I'll go right here for T-Bolt just because it'll knock him out at the very least. And at this point, I think we just lose. Unless we take the Sucker Punch and get like a Flamethrower crit. We probably don't need the crit, but we definitely don't take the Sucker Punch from this range. So I think we're going to take the loss right here. Go ahead and drop a GG in the chat. He did knock me out, and that is going to be the game. So unfortunate loss right there, but that is alright. We are sitting at 1-1, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, so apparently I forgot to mute Discord, which I usually do during recordings, but you guys might have heard a little ding sound in the last match right there. Apologies for that, but this guy does not have Shadow Ball switch-ins whatsoever. Hawlucha's a big threat, though. I definitely need to keep my Mew healthy just to deal with that. We are offensive Mew, though. This guy led off with Deontay when I tested. I did manage to win against this guy. I'm going to lead off with Lando right here. He leads off with his Gren. I don't remember what type of Gren it was, unfortunately, but I'm going to click U-turn. It is Scarf, and he just goes for Ice Beam right away. So, not the start that we wanted, but since we know he's locked into that, this actually gives me my Stealth Rocks, which is, I think, more important because we can get the rocks up before Deontay Mega evolves. So, out comes Ferrothorn. That's totally cool with me because I'm going for game with my Manectric, which I'm actually going to Volt Switch out right here and bring in my Chandelure. This is actually, I'm fine that my Lando dropped turn 1 because he's going to get up rocks, but we get in Chandelure before the hazards go up, and we get to nab our own kill right now with Fire Blast. Greninja should go down. He could go Deontay. I don't know, this is tricky. I'm going to click Fire Blast anyway, just because if he stays in, that would be perfectly fine. He might Scout and go for like Protect, but out comes his Deontay, which is perfectly fine with me. This will take a good amount. 44, and let's see what he wants to... What do I think he would do right here? I'm going to go Magearna. He probably clicked Earth Power, which we'll be able to take. He actually clicked Diamond Storm. Yeah, I wasn't letting him do that. And I'll go ahead and Hidden Power Fire right here. I actually expected the Ferrothorn, but Landorus I guess is an interesting play too. Unfortunately, we don't have Earthquake switch-ins now, so I'm just going to Flare Cannon hoping he U-turns. There's an Earthquake. I don't know why he would U-turn right there, but this does allow me to bring in... I'm still going for game with my Manectric, and if this is Scarf Lando, that's going to make it quite a bit harder. I'm going to go here into my Greninja now, just because we can deal with him. I'll go for Specs Dark Pulse, which should be able to... I'll actually Shuriken, because he could be Scarf. Goes Ferrothorn, so he's going to get to click Leech Seed right here. I'm not playing as offensively as I should against this team, but I'm going to start changing that up now. I'm going to go first here into my Chandelure. Goes for a T-Wave. I don't need this being fast, I just need it to not break through the para, so I'm going to go ahead and click Fire Blast right here. As if we break through the para right here and connect, then we get rid of probably the biggest thing that's stopping our Manectric, which we do. So, that's great. Out comes Tapu Koko now. I'm going to go right here into my... I'm just going to go for Fire Blast. Electrium. Okay, so everybody's just clicking electric-type moves on when I have a potential Lightning Rod in the back. Very surprised, but we're going to go out into this now. Just Mega Evolve and Flame Thunderbolt. It should do a good amount because it's under terrain. And let's see what he clicked. Click Nature's Madness. I don't need this thing healthy. It would be nice to have it out of range of Shuriken, though. I'm going to go ahead and T-Bolt again. And we should be able to deal with Hawlucha with our Mew. Actually goes Grand, so he's just risking it. No, it's probably a Scarf. I'm just going to T-Bolt. Goes for Gunk Shot and misses. That definitely sucks for him, but I'll take it. Out comes this. I'm going to go into my Mew now. We do pack the Ice Beam, and if he Swords Dances up, I don't know if we take the Acrobatics or not. But if we take 1, then we might be good to go. Goes right for Drain Punch, though. That's perfectly fine. I'll go ahead and Ice Beam right here. Goes for Acrobatics, so we wouldn't have taken it had he Swords Danced, but we do a ton. And I think the important thing is he is in range of Shuriken now, so I'm going to go right here for the Ice Beam. And now we have to go Grand, and it's a 50-50. Do I Dark Pulse, or do I Shuriken? I'm going to Shuriken him. So we get rid of that, and we do get our Battle Bond, which is cool. I think I'm going to have to go for... I think Manectric wins, actually, so I don't have to do anything right here. I'm just going to Shuriken for damage. Goes for T-Wave. I just spam Shuriken right here, and we should be good to go. That miss, but the Gunk Shot definitely is what won me the match. I'm not going to lie. Get some more hits off. Goes right for Gyro Ball, and I'll just Shuriken him again. And that's going to be the game, because Unless it's a rock polish Deontay and I get fully paralyzed right here. That should be it, but we do break through. And it's not really a good game right there for him, but I'll go ahead and drop the GG in the chat anyway. And I shall be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here, and this team does not really appreciate rain at all. Swampert kind of just goes to work, and once he gets the rain up, which I think he's going to try to do right away. So I'm actually going to lead off here with my Mew. He does lead off right with the Pelipper. I'll try to get up rocks first, just to pressure the Tornadus, to kind of get rid of that thing's regenerator. He might just go for U-turn. He does, and he might go hard Swampert. I don't think he knocks me out with Waterfall though, so he's actually going to go out into his Choice Specs Kingdra right now, which we should be able to handle with our Assault Vest Magearna. So I'll go out into this. He goes for Spec Surf. We do take that as I thought, and I'll just go ahead and Voltage out on the Ferrothorn. I really want to Fleur Cannon in case he wants to choke and go Swampert though, so I'll just click that. Because if he goes Swampert right here, he does go Ferrothorn, so Voltage was going to be the correct play, but this is fine too, because I can Voltage out now. There's no point in clicking Hidden Power Fire when we're -2 under the rain, so I'll just Voltage out right here. I'm kind of hoping he's like for randomly max speed and clicks Leech Seed, because that way nothing else has to get Leech Seeded, which I know he's clicking right here. He actually goes out into Swampert now. He still has 4 turns of rain. This is going to be a really tricky match. He's clicking Waterfall. We already know. We're going to get the Intimidate off first. I think that's the most important thing. Go. He's actually just going to click Rocks. Okay. So I don't know if you knock me out. I'm going to click Earthquake. I'm fine with trading rocks. My Chandelure doesn't appreciate rocks, but then again, what's my Chandelure doing against the rain? So he didn't freeze me, and we do get an Earthquake off, which is cool. And I can just go ahead and click that again. Goes for Waterfall to knock me out. And now we can go out into this, and I'm actually going to just go ahead and click Hydro Pump right here. We do take a -1 Earthquake, I believe. And Specs under range should do a decent amount if we could hit it, but that's fine. Since the rain is gone, I'll just go here into my Chandelure. He's going to go back to Pelipper, right? He actually did not. Let's see what he clicked. Click Leech Seed. That's fine. I'll just go ahead. He's going to double Leech Seed. I know it, but I'll go here into my Chandelure. Out comes Pelipper. I think I'm just going to Shadow Ball. Yeah. We do a lot, which means Pelipper cannot come back under once it does. So the thing is, Swampert comes back in. And if we were Intimidate Manectric, that would be great right now, but unfortunately we're not. What do I sack? Magearna? We need Magearna around. The thing is, unless he defogs a Torn, Pelipper cannot come back in to get up rain, so I need to play really offensively at this point. I'm going to go right here for the Shadow Ball. Goes for Waterfall to knock me out. The next thing that we have to do is go out into Greninja, and I either Shuriken or I'm just going to Shuriken, and if we get enough hits right here, we probably win the match with this. And we do get 3 hits, which is great, and I think since the rain is up, he's going to go Kingdra, obviously, which we have to sack him on, then go out into our... Sack's going to be Mew. We have to sack him on and then go out into our Magearna to deal with this. And then I'm actually going to Volt Switch out right here, I think. I could Flare Cannon, but I'm going to Volt Switch. No, but he can't get up rain again, so I don't think he would do that. He might want to try to defog with Torn, though, so he might switch out right here. He just stays in. That's kind of tricky. I need this to do some work. It's not going to. And he has 3 turns of rain left. I might have just lost by not Flare Cannoning, but I really thought he would switch out to try to preserve this to defog. We have to play off the miss. So we're going to send him a Manectric right here. Go ahead and T-Bolt. Hopefully he misses his Hydro Pump. That would be great. He does miss it. Okay, so this should knock him out. This is probably one of my more luckier lives. That guy missed a Gunk Shot. And now all the rain threats are gone, so I think we might be able to win. Out comes his Tapu Lele. I'm going to Volt Switch out. It's not Scarf, which is great, and I can go ahead and sack off Magearna. And then bring in Gren. It's probably Specs, so I'm just going to go right here for Dark Pulse. Sacks off Pelipper. Let's see what he wants to bring in. If it's AV Torn, it'll probably take the hit. I don't know if this is going to take it. And actually, I think at this point, my Manectric wins. We don't flinch him, but I think Manectric wins anyway. Do I want to preserve this just in case? Probably. I'm going to go here into my Manectric. What are you going to do to me? We get the Intimidate off, and I guess he has to Gyre Ball. Goes for Protect again, so I'm just going to Flamethrower now. And knock him out. And we definitely robbed this guy. But that's what you get for running Hydro Pump over Surf. I run Surf on Gren like nearly every time. Just on teams like this when we need more power output, that's what I do. If he's Scarf, maybe, but it's not. He lived it though, wow. He needs a Hurricane Confusion. He's not going to get it. I'll T-Bolt right here, and that's going to be the game, because We know he's not Scarf Tapu Lele, and he just goes down to Thunderbolt right here. So I'm not going to drop a GG right there because I definitely just robbed that guy. But that's alright. I'll be right back with the one final battle. Alright, we got another match right here. This guy is super weak to our Scarf Lando. We're facing a Staraptor squad, which I guess is the one thing that resists my Earth, or is immune to my Earthquake. Superior can take the hits too, but other than that, he's not going to appreciate this. I'm going to lead off here with Gren. Leads off with the Smeargle. Unfortunately, I have to choose Spore Fodder right here. Actually wish I didn't lead off with Gren, to be honest. I think I have to go... Everything's going to... we take a Spore with something no matter what. I'm just going to Dark Pulse to bring him down to Sash. Maybe we can flinch him. We don't. He's going to get up webs, I know it. So I'm just going to go here into Mew. And he might spam webs, I could definitely see that. I'll just go ahead and Defog, goes out into Superior, gets an evasion boost. Hopefully that doesn't come into play. I'll go ahead and Ice Beam right here. I think that's a lot because we're offensive. Go for Ice Beam. We don't miss though, which is cool. And now he's in range of Scarf Lando's attack. But I'll go Magear now just because it can deal with this. And he's at +4. We should take an HP Fire or HP Ground no matter what. So I'll just go ahead and just throw off an HP Fire of my own just to knock him out. We do take that actually really well. Superior's, okay, so the evasion boost is going to come into play. And, what is this? Bloom Doom? We should take this. Never mind. So, not very effective Bloom Doom is stronger, apparently. Okay, we're going to go on to Lando right now. And, if we miss our U-turn, then it's going to suck. We don't. That was so cool. And, that's the first time that I had a scenario like that come into play. Manectric tears through this guy's team. I need to keep Chandelure alive, though, just because Shadow Ball's kind of a problem. We're going to go Manectric. I'm assuming he'll go Metachamp to Fake Out. Just because you don't really have any other play. Unless it's Scarf Staraptor. Go Smeargle. What? This gives me a free T-Bolt. I just knock you out. I guess you wanted to scout what I was, but there was no way I was not knocking you out right there. I guess it wasn't really coming back in anyway, so we just wanted to see if he could get up webs. Out comes this thing. I'm not risking Chandelure just because I kind of needed to not get swept by Blacephalon if it wants to lock itself into a Fire-type move, so I'll just Voltage out. As much as I don't want to take the damage with this, I think it's my best play. I'll Voltage out here into my... Not Landorus, probably... I don't know, this is tricky. Probably Mew. Mew doesn't actually do anything much anymore. Dies to Staraptor. If it's Scarf Staraptor, it won't even be a speed tie. But we'll get off damage, and if he doesn't knock out my Mew when we bring it in right here, we'll actually be able to throw off an attack, or get up rocks, and I'm definitely going to opt for the rocks route. For sure. So let's see what he wants to do. Manectric's my win condition. Sucks that we have to take the damage, but because now we're in range of probably Scarf Staraptor and Scarf Blacephalon, but if I can get my Greninja to wake up, then we should be good to go. He's really thinking through his play right here. So we get off over half. I go Mew. Hopefully we live a hit. Goes for head jump kick. We do live it. And he might have Bullet Punch, but on the off chance he doesn't, I'll try to get up my rocks right here. He wants the speed tie, unfortunately. I mean, you can't really ask for that. And now I'll go out into my Manectric right here and just go ahead and Voltage out again. If he's not Scarf anything, then we probably just win with Manectric. Goes Blacephalon. So this is probably clicking Shadow Ball. I'm going to go out into this just because he's going to outspeed everything. He probably has HP Ice for my Lando. I'm going to go right here for Dark Pulse. So we saw that we outsped, which means he's in, that's Specs, okay. Do I just stay in? Yeah. Fortunately, we don't wake up, but since we know he's Specs, and not Timid Specs, or I guess Modest Specs. What's the, yeah, it's Modest, plus speed. I don't know what that nature is. It would be plus speed minus special attack, like Timid Kartana. It's Jolly, okay. And I can just go ahead and T-Bolt to knock this out. And I don't think we lose the Scarf Staraptor, if that is what it is. Goes Metachamp to try to fake me out. I'm going to go Chandelure. We probably died to Zen Headbutt, but I'll just Fire Blast anyway. We actually didn't, and we broke through the flinch, and we connected Fire Blast. Wow. That's nice. He goes Gren. Shuriken scary. We might be in some trouble, actually. I probably shouldn't have let my Magearna or Gren get weakened so much. He goes for extra sensory, though, so he's pretty... Okay, thank you. And I can go Manectric now. And just go ahead and Volt Switch. He might be Scarf extra sensory, but I don't think he knocks me out. He's not even Scarf, so I'll go Lando now. Goes right for extra sensory again. I'm going to go back to Manectric just because I want my Scarf Lando around. I should go Staraptor. If this is Scarf, he probably wins right here. It is Scarf, and I go for Stone Edge. He just knocked me out anyway. Actually, had we lived that, I think we would have won because we saw that it wasn't Scarf Gran, and we probably would have had it. So unfortunate right there. Scarf Staraptor ends up coming through. I definitely could have played my end game better, but we will be right back with one final battle now. Alright, so we got our final battle right here. Going to be against a Mega Beedrill team. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but the reason I'm so low on the ladder right now is because I was just having some fun with friends in call, and I ended up dropping a ton of points. So I'll fix that in between videos, but this is going to be our final match right here. We'll go ahead and play this out. I'm going to lead off with Manectric just because it can voltage out on everything. Okay, so this is... I'm just going to land out right away. He's going to U-turn and probably go out into his Arachnid to get up webs. Or Skarmory to get up rocks, I guess, is another play. But the Manectric is way too important in this match. I need to somehow break through Sylveon too, which means I'm going to have to keep my Magearna healthy. If it's like Calm Mind Wish though, I can actually set up on Magearna if Iron Head's not doing a lot of damage. I don't know, this is going to be interesting. If it's like max HP, max defense, that'll definitely be a problem. Let's see what he clicked. That should be like HBI's Beedrill. Goes for U-turn, doesn't do a lot despite the fact that we are Scarf. And hopefully it goes out into like something that allows me to do something, not Skarmory. So I'll just go ahead and U-turn out and bring in Chandelure. I'm hoping he's not leftovers, so we break the sturdy. He is not. He got up rocks, which is what we expected. And I'm just going to Shadow Ball because I don't want him going Tran, which he is going to try to do. Hopefully we 2-hit KO him. We unfortunately don't. Spit F drop? No. Alright, so I want to try to get up my own rocks now. He's probably going to Magma Storm, or actually probably Earth Power. You want Magma Storm on potential Flash Fire. Goes for Protect. I'm going to go ahead and get up the rocks now. I want to pressure that Beedrill every time it comes in, as well as the Arachnid. Goes right for Magma Storm. That is a good amount, but thankfully we have Volt Switch, so I can go ahead and Volt Switch out right here. He's probably going to Protect. He actually didn't, so what did he click? Magma Storm again? Do I go with Chandelure? Nah. Do I go Landorus? Landorus can't break Skarm, so I'm going to go out into Lando. And, I don't know, this is interesting. He's going to go back to Skarm right here, so I'm just going to U-turn out. Goes for Protect, so unfortunate because... I mean, he might switch out anyway, just because he doesn't know what exactly I am. He should know I'm offensive, though, based on the U-turn damage, but he actually does decide to go Skarm, which is fine, because this allows me to bring in... It's not super weak now, which kind of sucks, but I'll go ahead and bring in my Greninja right here. And this allows me to click Surf, or I guess Hydro Pump, which hopefully we won't miss. Goes Sylveon. This might get 2-hit KO'd, depending on his set. Not anymore, okay. So as I said, Magearna is our response to this. Goes right for a Wish. He's going to try to pass it into Tran, I'm pretty sure, so I'll just go ahead and Volt Switch out. Yeah, there's the Tran, and this is going to allow me to bring right back in my Gran. And attempt to connect another Hydro Pump, which hopefully we can. He might go Arachnid to try to get up webs right here. He only has 2 resists, and neither of them are going to appreciate the hit. Tries to Protect, I guess that 1%'s important. And I'll go ahead and Hydro Pump again. Go Sylveon. Hopefully we connected this time and 2-hit KO him. Thank you. We do 2-hit KO, not after leftovers, but we didn't see leftovers, so we just need to hit this, and we do. So just like that, this match got a lot easier. And let's see what he wants to do right now. It would have been great to not have Trance so healthy again. Goes Beedrill. I'll just go back to... I'll just sack off Lando now. Goes for Fell Stinger, okay. Shuriken should be able to knock him out. Mega Beedrill's like a paper bag, so I don't think he's staying right here. He might. I mean... Yeah, that's going to knock him out unless we get like a ridiculously low roll. So thankfully we're not getting Fell Stinger swept, which is cool. And let's see what he wants to bring in now. That was definitely a threat. He could have tried to play that differently and maybe done something with Beedrill late game. Hydreigon comes out. This probably is going to go for Earth Power or something. I'm going to go Mew, just on the off chance he wants to, yeah, he knocks me out anyway. Which I'm surprised about, but I'll go here into my Magearna. And I'll just go ahead and Volt Switch out. Goes for Earth Power again. All I need is damage on you, so I don't mind this at all. That's doing a good amount, but I can go Manectric now. Charlie Scarf, so I'll just go here for into my Magearna. Just because Manectric kind of wins the match soon. We need a bit more damage on Tran. A bit more damage on this would be cool too. Surprised he stayed into Earth Power. You know what the thing is? Do we take another hit? We don't. Alright, so suddenly we're in a pretty bad scenario. We're gonna Flare Cannon. He knocks me out. Alright, we're gonna go Manectric and really hope this is not Scarf. I definitely just... I really don't think you should stay in right there. Scarf Earth Power is your win condition. Maybe I'm giving the lower ladder players a little too much credit. Goes for Earth Power. That's going to knock me out. Yeah, I need to start playing safely if I'm trying to ladder up down here, but I'll go ahead and go Gran. And I know we're not living it, so I'll just go for a Water Shuriken. I need to hope he chokes though and switches out. So let's go for Hydro Pump. If we live on like a little bit, which we're not going to, I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit. So we're going to end off at 3-3. So I learned my lesson. Don't try to predict when we're this low on the ladder, but that's fine. I'll go ahead and ladder up back off screen so we get some more entertaining matches next time. But either way, I hope you enjoyed. The team is down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.